Hello, brothers and sisters. It's been a while since I don't download any video. It's been a long time since I did do it. And tonight, I really wanna let everybody know. And then we've been do a lot of video about the former President Donald Trump, and we always come up with some video, and we always say the situation it get complicated for him, it get worse for him every day, day by day. And I know everybody's here what's going on right now, and the guy is 34 counts. He's get charged as a criminal, but and nobody can understand politics. What is politics? And I believe if he's get charged as a criminal, which the Constitution of the United States allow him to still running for president, or he should be stopped. What's going on with that? So we need to explain that, guy. Don't miss that video. This video have a lot. Don't miss it, guy. Honest with you, this video we're gonna go all over the world, and then I want you guys to understand that this video it is one of the best. Guy, we're gonna make you listen to the former President Donald Trump. He what I had to say after all this thing. And man, honest with you guys, the guy been through a lot. He been through a lot. It is, to me, I say it is sad. And then he's a front runner as a Republican party. And then election will be in November, I think November 3rd. And I want you guys to listen to it, guys. Let me don't tell you. I want you to listen to it for yourself. Let's listen to it.
Introduce him, I just want to say, when he was the doctor at the White House, they asked him, who's healthier? Who's a better physical specimen? Is it Trump or is it Obama? And he said, it's not even close. It's Donald Trump, not even close.
I mean, the truth of the matter is actually Trump hasn't gotten a lot. He's torn some stuff down. There's no law that he's passed that is transformative in this country. He passed a tax cut to give away some more money to rich folks, which Republicans have been doing that for years. But you can't name a piece of legislation that he's done that has actually changed the country, even for his own constituencies. So it's always easier to tear down than build up.
Oh, that's gonna hurt!
So while the Biden camp is rolling out the likes of two-time Academy Award winner Robert De Niro and former President Barack Obama, you can rest easy, MAGA crowd. In your corner, you have these misfits.
And the best that Biden can do is roll out a washed-up actor. And don't worry, my remarks will be shorter than the Irishman. I won't make you suffer for 3 hours. But the best they can do is roll out a washed-up actor.
New York, millions and millions and millions of dollars. And New York deserves so much better than this. And I cannot wait for the day that we win. We will. We're right. The entire country knows that this is nonsense. They don't buy it. We're right.
What we look like, how we worship, who we love, how much money we have, or who we voted for. But we should also expect a president to be the custodian of this democracy. We should expect that regardless of ego, ambition, or political beliefs, the president will preserve, protect, and defend the freedoms and ideals that so many Americans marched for, went to jail for, fought for, and died for. I have sat in the Oval Office with both of the men who are running for president.
Everybody know who this guy is. This is President Barack Hussein Obama. He's was a president for 2 terms in the United States. Remember that when he was president, Joe Biden was his vice president for 2 terms also for 8 years. So now Joe Biden's become in office. Now Joe Biden want to recap another 4 years. So we don't know what's going on. Politics is kind of confused this day, and nobody know what's going on in politics. It is confused, guy. And I mean, it's confused. It's confused. We don't know what's going on. What's going on in the world, guy. That's the reason why I'm going to take you all over the world. All over the world, and we see what's going on, and let's listen what the former president Barack Hussein Obama have to say. The election will be on November 3rd, 2024.
I never expected that my successor would embrace my vision or continue my policies. I did hope, for the sake of our country, that Donald Trump might show some interest in taking the job seriously. That he might come to feel the weight of the office and discover some reverence for the democracy that had been placed in his care. But he never did. For close to 4 years now, he has shown no interest in putting in the work. No interest in finding common ground. No interest in using the awesome power of his office to help anyone but himself and his friends. No interest in treating the presidency as anything but one more reality show that he can use to get the attention he craves. Donald Trump hasn't grown into the job because he can't. And the consequences of that failure are severe.
And that is what I want to focus
It is coming out over the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, we'll be announcing that in about 2 months.
It's been some years since some of those clips, and still nothing. No plan.
And this was indicative of Trump's entire economy. He promised that there would be growth from his tax cuts. Trump's tax cuts never delivered the promised growth. His budget deficits surged and then stayed relatively high under Biden. His tariffs and trade deals never brought back all the lost factory jobs he claimed they would. And by the way, I saw these kids, right, that are appealing to many young right-wing voters, arguing the same empty right-wing talking points on a podcast with Don Lemon, which I'm ready and willing if you want to pose these same questions to me.
Frontline workers.
So, reason why I would say politics is a little bit confused for people who don't understand politics. And then it's like the whole world is watching United States. Number one country in the world, right? Number one country in the world, right? That's what everybody knows. It's the number one country in the world. But sometimes you want to understand what's going on. What is happening? What is going on here? I mean, nobody understands what is going on. What is happening? What is going on? What really happened? We don't know. And then there's a report coming out last week. A report say that the former president, he get charged for 34 counts, and he charged. And then I know a lot of country. If you have a charge as a criminal, you cannot run for any office. For any office. That's what I know. So what is going on here? Come on. Can somebody tell me? Can somebody help me understand what is going on? The politics is confusing. Guy, we're going to take you all over the world. We're going to go to French. You want to heat thing. You won't believe. Let's listen to former President Donald Trump. Let's listen to him.
So taking hydroxychloroquine.
Sowing doubt from the moment it surfaced.
It is going away, and it's probably going to go away now a lot faster because of the vaccine. It would go away without the vaccine, George.
And secondly, he and his followers want to take no blame for the disastrous economic ramifications and whitewash Trump's pandemic job numbers, but then they have no problem touting the gas prices that were at that point as some sort of positive when nobody was driving.
I got gas.
Train wreck economy, and look at what he's accomplished.
Yeah, so sometimes you don't understand what's going on. You don't understand what's going on, and then it's like the biggest country in the world, and it's like, same thing. It's like they don't want us to know what's going on, and that's what we say. It's a little confusing here. It's a little confused, guy. I hope you guys listen to the video. Don't miss that video, guy. This video is out a lot we all need to know. Let's listen more. Go ahead, guy.
The job numbers just came out and they're horrible. And I say that not happily, I say that very unhappily. But the numbers are horrible. It's just these people are destroying our country. Here's another sign of it.
83,500 total jobs left Wisconsin during my predecessor's term. That's not on my watch. We're determined to turn it around. Thus far, since we've come to office, we've created, and with the governor's overwhelming leadership, we've created over 178,000 jobs in Wisconsin, and we're going to create more here in Racine, and big time.
If you had told me that the unemployment rate after COVID was going to be back down to 4% or lower,
lowest in 50 years, isn't it?
Absolutely. And if you had told me that 15 million jobs would have been created, that wages are higher now than they were pre-pandemic.
Yeah. And the most jobs created in history, correct?
In this 4-year period, yeah.
Honestly, everything from record job numbers, unemployment, wages, and GDP, which, by the way, Trump assured the public in 2017 that the US economy, with his tax cuts, would grow at 3%. But of course then added, I think it could go to 4 or 5 and maybe even 6% ultimately.
GDP, gross domestic product, that is the measure. And
he's not really a facts guy either. He calls himself a business guy, which is true, but I have to say I know plenty of businessmen and women who've achieved remarkable success without leaving a trail of lawsuits and unpaid workers and people feeling like they got cheated.
So what happened is here, you know, this campaign going on, this election going on in November. So Democrat is campaign, the GOP, which is Republican, is campaign also. They want to make sure. So it's like that they blame each other, right? That's politics. That's what politics is about. They blame each other. So I can do better. I can do better. I can do better. I can do better. That's what politics is. And sometimes the middle class, we don't see anything like this. We don't see it. We hear they're talking about it, but we did not see it, guys. It's always the lowest people is suffer. The wealthy never been suffer. We did not see anything. And 8 years, the former President Barack Obama, and then another 4 years of Joe Biden, and then 4 years of President Donald Trump, the former President Donald Trump, and then I mean, a lot of us don't see it, but the biggest business and the biggest people see it. But let's listen, guys.
Does anyone really believe that a guy who spent his 70 years on this earth showing no regard for working people is suddenly going to be your champion, your voice?
love this video. Make sure you...
He's not a talented guy. I hear he hits me all the time, so I figured I'd hit him because I thought he was a lousy host.
We all know that Jimmy Kimmel has and continues to humiliate Trump mercilessly and attack him for every dumb thing he does. However, a while ago, Trump had enough of it and began crying like a little baby, saying that Jimmy Kimmel hates him and whatnot. While it might be true to some extent, it didn't affect Kimmel at all. And to date, he's roasting Trump for every stupid statement and every questionable act he does. But before we get into the more recent roasting sessions, let's go back a few years to an Oscar night where Kimmel read aloud Trump's Truth Social post against him and ripped him a new one.
Has there ever been a worse host than Jimmy Kimmel at the Oscars? His opening was that of a less than average
legendary comeback. Well, shortly afterward, he said this.
See if you can guess which former president just posted that on Truth Social. Anyone? No? Well, thank you, President Trump. Thank you for watching. I'm surprised you're still...
Look, they are calling Teflon Don for a reason. Donald Trump is, of course, tonight a convicted crook. That much is clear. And let's not forget, he is also a sex offender. But right now, the former US president is attempting to spin his way out of this crisis and to somehow turn this into a net positive for his election campaign. And, of course, that is a message that his supporters are... Let's see.
This is long from over. Thank you very much.
Look, they are calling Teflon Don for a reason. Donald Trump is, of course, tonight a convicted crook. That much is clear. And let's not forget, he is also a sex offender. But right now, the former US president is a...
Vote for Trump either way.
From Joe Biden's campaign, caution. In New York today, we saw that no one is above the law. But there is still only one way to keep Donald Trump out of the Oval Office, at the ballot box.
Just simply, I don't think we need a convict in office. If that conviction sticks.
For an ordinary politician, a verdict like this would be a dose of electoral arsenic. Donald Trump is not an ordinary politician.
I think it's going to boost his numbers.
3 weeks ago, one major poll suggested 16 had been through civil trials, finding him liable for sexual assault and fraud, fined the equivalent of $660 million. It didn't even dent his hold on the Republican Party, nor cruel his polling lead over Joe Biden. Tonight, the most powerful Republican in Congress, calls the court outcome ridiculous as others lead an outcry.
I can't believe the hoax, this sham, this absolute injustice justice system.
This, Donald Trump's hometown in Florida.
I don't think this is a jailable offense, in my opinion. I mean, it's possible that they could send him to jail, but the next 3 trials, that's the important stuff.
3 more criminal cases against the former president. One around those boxes of government secrets, but will it hold? Donald Trump has already been through civil trials, finding him liable for sexual assault and fraud, even dent his hold on the Republican Party, nor cruel his polling lead over Joe Biden. Tonight, the most powerful Republican in Congress calls the court outcome ridiculous.
Donald Trump had always framed himself as the law and order president.
Law and order. It's called law and order.
Now firmly on the wrong side of the law and fighting for his freedom.
I think it's just a disgrace, and we'll keep fighting. We'll fight till the end and we'll win.
Trump's lawyers already confirming he'll appeal the decision. He can't do that until after the sentencing on July 11.
They will set a briefing schedule. That will take months, if not years.
But this is history without equal. Trump, the first president to face criminal trial, now the first to be convicted. Could he be the first jailed? Most experts say it's highly unlikely.
No, I don't. I tend to think probation and a large financial fine.
Others completely disagree.
I think it's going to be some minimal time in prison, which will really be a shocking result and will present.
Donald Trump had always framed himself as the law and order president.
Law and order. It's called law and order.
Now firmly on the wrong side of the law and fighting for his freedom.
I think it's just a disgrace, and we'll keep fighting. We'll fight till the end.
His criminal trial, now the first to be convicted. Could he be the first jailed? Most experts say it's highly unlikely.
No, I don't.
Are so much higher. Fears of violence, insurrection, if Trump is jailed.
Richard Nixon, for all his faults, was a person who did not, in my view, pose and
hold a liquor or real estate license or a...
Well, my question, how much can he take? I mean, I said that so many times. How much can the guy take? I mean, why the former president, Donald Trump, I mean, we all know he got money. Why he not drop it off? Why he just say, you know what, I'm done with it, and I'm not, I mean, it's too much. I mean, guy, how much can he take? And the guy, I mean, honest with you, the guy's a strong guy. But to me, I feel like it's sad. It is sad for what happened to him. And I don't know. I mean, the politics is really confusing. It's really confusing. So it's like nobody understands what's going on. Guy, listen, don't miss that video. That video have a lot of good things you don't want to miss.
Own a gun. America's most controversial president, once again finding himself on the wrong side of history.
Chief Reporter Chris Reason joins us now. Chris, what an extraordinary day for the United States, but the implications are really far from certain.
Yeah, and Marshall, while for many millions of Americans this will be a vindication of the US justice system and proof that no one is above the law, for tens of millions more of Trump supporters it will be exactly the opposite. Proof that the system is corrupt, was rigged and weaponized. The history-making decision from this jury will sadly divide America further. Already, just in the last few hours, pro-Trump websites have been flooded with calls for riots, revolution and violent retribution. One has called for the execution of the judge. It's going to be a turbulent 6 months running into the November 5 election, and then if Trump loses or is indeed jailed, guys, we are going to be seeing more of the type of mayhem and chaos that we saw January 6, 2021, the very fabric of American democracy threatened.
Yeah, that very frightening scenes. Okay, thanks so much, Chris. Verdict declaring the former president guilty of all 34 counts of falsifying business records.
This was a rigged, disgraceful trial.
The guy's a strong guy. If you're strong person, very strong guy, and he don't stop
talking. The jury
talking.
found Donald Trump falsified the records to cover up hush money paid to porn star Stormy Daniels on the eve of the 2016 election, to silence her claim of a sexual encounter a decade earlier and protect his campaign. Trial. So too his daughter Ivanka. But she posted to Instagram, "I love you, Dad." International reaction has trial. So too his daughter Ivanka. But she posted to Instagram, "I love you, Dad." International reaction
nice.
has been
That's
more
nice.
tempered.
Let's head that.
I obviously have people.
I want everybody listen to this video. When we say politics is confused, it is confused. We don't understand what's going on, but politics is too confused. And then, guy, pay attention. I'm going to let you listen to it. Listen to it for yourself and see what's going on in the world. See what's going on, guy. I mean, it's politics. I'm telling you, guy. It is. Nobody understands what's going on. But let's listen to. I don't know what is that. It's like a French news, but I know everybody going to listen to it, guy. Listen to this guy. Let's go.
Farce. Nous sommes on est écrasé, on est dans un étau et chacun en profite pour grignoter.
Ça veut dire que d'un côté, les Américains envisagent des sanctions économiques très puissantes contre la filière nucléaire française,
et de l'autre côté,
et en même temps, il est en train d'organiser des relations économiques en levant les sanctions, des banques russes.
Sur Sud Radio, Monsieur Fabien Bouglet a fait des révélations qui sont graves mais pas étonnantes, surtout concernant le jeu des États-Unis. Il s'agit de la levée récente par les États-Unis des sanctions contre les banques russes dans le domaine de l'énergie. Cette décision, prise il y a quelques jours, avant les élections américaines prévues en novembre, contraste avec les menaces de sanctions économiques que les États-Unis envisagent de prendre contre la filière nucléaire française travaillant avec la Russie. Monsieur Bouglet souligne l'impact géopolitique majeur de cette levée des sanctions, mettant en évidence les intérêts concurrents des États-Unis et de la Russie dans la région. Il exprime également des inquiétudes quant à l'indépendance énergétique de l'Europe et à son statut de « dindon de la farce » dans le jeu des grandes puissances mondiales. Suite.
Avec la filière russe. Vous vous rappelez que Alstom en avait vendu les turbines Arabelle et que le rachat des turbines Arabelle que General Electric devait vendre à EDF est bloqué depuis le mois de décembre.
Tout à fait, par les Américains.
Ça veut dire quoi? Ça veut dire que d'un côté, les Américains envisagent des sanctions économiques très puissantes contre la filière nucléaire française,
et de l'autre côté,
et en même temps, il est en train d'organiser des relations économiques en levant les sanctions, des banques russes. Et encore une fois, c'est pas une information de la propagande du Kremlin, c'est une information provenant du département d'État américain et du département du Trésor. Je pose la question. En réalité, tout ça était limpide, c'est écrit dans mon livre Guerre de l'énergie. C'est une hypothèse. Je me suis...
So that means politics is hypocrite, right? Politics is hypocrite. So I want you everybody to understand and listen to it. And I know everybody can translate that to whatever your language, your country. You could translate it. Just translate that and listen. Why there's a fight between Russia and Ukraine. And then, so listen what's going on. What now, guys? Because it's a huge fight, Russia and Ukraine. And listen what's going on now. So if you look at him, you can almost 6 months to 4 months, he been called out. He need more animation. He need more weapon. He need more this. 6 months, he still don't get it. So listen to this guy. I don't mean it, but I just listen to it, guy.
Je me suis dit,
donc ils ont levé l'embargo en tout cas.
Ils ont levé l'embargo sur l'énergie et la relation entre les banques.
C'est ça.
Les principales banques russes.
Et vous dites pendant ce temps-là, on va continuer à faire que l'Europe continue à envoyer des milliards, continue à faire souffrir de l'embargo, enfin quelque part, sur le gaz, le pétrole, etc., et acheter très cher du gaz de schiste, etc.
Du gaz de schiste américain, on achète du gaz de schiste américain. Les Américains viennent dans l'Europe de l'Est, dans le bloc, dans l'axe mer Baltique, mer du Nord, avec John Kerry qui est venu au mois de septembre dernier en Roumanie pour créer le
But guys, so I mean, if you don't understand politics, you should not be talking about politics. And then you want to find out what's going on, what is this, and then why Ukraine is have a lot of confidence that NATO is supporting him. Especially ahead of the NATO, U.S. I mean, what's going on now? So is that confused? Maybe not. Maybe yes. Let's listen tomorrow.
projet Phoenix d'installation de réacteurs nucléaires de technologie américaine pour remplacer les centrales au charbon, alors que l'Europe, je vous le rappelle, c'est la communauté européenne de l'énergie atomique créée en 1957 pour Weberkopf, mais c'est toujours le cas sur Sud Radio où on sort les informations en primaire. Je suis étonné qu'on ne parle pas plus de cette information, d'une incidence géopolitique majeure dans le cadre de l'Union européenne.
Merci
et des
Fabien
élections
Bouclet,
européennes.
merci, toujours lanceur d'alerte et toujours révélateur. Une dernière question sur les banques, y compris sur les banques russes, pour tout le domaine de l'énergie. Et vous m'avez dit que donc ça s'est passé il y a 3 jours et ça va jusqu'en novembre.
Début novembre.
Début novembre.
Eh oui, exactement.
Et le 5 novembre, c'est quoi, Fabien Bouclet?
Ce sont les élections américaines. Donc
Voilà.
on a compris que tout se joue aujourd'hui jusqu'aux élections américaines et que d'ici là, les États-Unis entendent bien continuer à travailler avec la Russie et rétablir des relations diplomatiques avec la Russie.
Voilà, CQFD, vous avez tout compris.
Les États-Unis ont toujours agi dans leur intérêt et dans la crise ukrainienne, ils se sont bien enrichis. D'un côté, les États-Unis ont imposé des sanctions économiques à la Russie et ont encouragé leurs alliés européens à faire de même. Cependant, la levée temporaire des sanctions contre les banques russes dans le domaine de l'énergie suggère une approche opportuniste de la part des États-Unis, qui semble privilégier leurs intérêts économiques au détriment de la solidarité transatlantique. L'Europe apparaît comme le principal perdant dans ce conflit. Près de 60% des énergies primaires que consomme l'Union européenne, doit être importée de l'extérieur de l'UE. Il s'agit de pétrole, de gaz et de charbon. Cette dépendance énergétique a tendance à augmenter depuis les années 2000 et elle est particulièrement marquée dans le secteur du gaz naturel, notamment en raison de l'épuisement progressif des gisements de la mer du Nord. Or, le gaz est une énergie de plus en plus utilisée, notamment pour remplacer le charbon, plus polluant et émetteur de CO2. Parmi les pays qui alimentent l'UE en énergie, la Russie a longtemps tenu une place primordiale. En 2021, elle assurait notamment 44% des importations européennes de gaz naturel. L'invasion de l'Ukraine par la Russie en février 2022 a pratiquement stoppé l'importation de gaz russe par gazoduc. En mai 2022, la Commission européenne a présenté un plan baptisé REPORE, qui a pour objectif de sortir de la dépendance aux hydrocarbures russes, se sont bien enrichis. D'un côté, les États-Unis ont imposé des sanctions économiques à la Russie et ont encouragé leurs alliés européens à faire de même. Cependant, la levée temporaire des sanctions contre les banques russes dans le domaine de l'énergie suggère une approche opportuniste de la part des États-Unis, qui semble privilégier leurs intérêts économiques au détriment de la solidarité transatlantique. L'Europe apparaît comme le principal perdant dans ce conflit. Près de 60% des énergies primaires.
C'est-à-dire qu'en réalité, aujourd'hui, se joue le destin de l'Europe. Aucun des partis politiques en présence dans les élections à l'Union européenne ne parle de cette question d'indépendance énergétique qui est juste clé, qui est la clé historique de l'Europe. Et pendant ce temps que nous nous affaiblissons militairement, économiquement, énergétiquement, je parle en Europe, eh bien, nous sommes en train de subir de plein fouet les assauts vassalisateurs des États-Unis et de la Russie pour vassaliser l'Europe. Et la France, aujourd'hui, Bruno Le Maire va inaugurer un appel d'offres d'éoliennes en mer, alors qu'il y a une décision qui devrait faire l'objet d'un comité ministériel.
Il devrait réunir le gouvernement en urgence
pour traiter cette question-là.
La question des banques américaines.
Et nous subissons, je rappelle, les sous-marins nucléaires australiens. Un premier coup de couteau dans le dos des Américains. Les 9 réacteurs nucléaires, quand même un marché de plusieurs dizaines de milliards d'euros. Nous n'en avons pas un seul. Et là, la levée des sanctions américaines est un signal extrêmement fort pour l'Union européenne. Je suis même étonné que André Berkoff, mais c'est toujours le cas sur Sud Radio où on sort les informations en primaire, je suis étonné qu'on ne parle pas plus de cette information, d'une incidence géopolitique majeure dans le cadre de l'Union européenne.
Merci Fabien Bouclet, merci, toujours lanceur d'alerte et toujours révélateur.